Hi guys, Mike here again. Daniel chapter 6 verse 20. When he came near the den, he called to Daniel in an anguished voice, Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to rescue you from the lions? Great question. And how many times do you find the expression in the scriptures about the living God? You are the living God. He is the living God. We know it's written, the living God, but if there's a scarcity in our lives, it's this. Do we know that he is the living God? Think about this. The God he was 3,000 years ago, he is today. The God he was 2,000 years ago, he is today. The God he was 4,000 years ago, delivering them from Egypt, he is today. The God he was creating the heavens and the earth, the God of Job, the God of Abraham, he is today. Whatever he was then, he is now. He's the same, and it's the same sovereign power. It's the same saving love towards those that you love and who I love. To serve him forever. It's the same love that he has for us and for them that he's ever had, that has never changed. He'll do for them now what he's done for you, what he did for others thousands of years ago. Even I said yesterday, reading George Mueller's book, and just how God constantly delivered him and paid all his bills. He never asked anyone for money, and God constantly delivered him. And I read that and I say, you are the living God. You can do for him, you did it for him, you can do it for me as well. Simply because he is the living God. He's the unchanging one. If we can grasp that in our hearts, and then, we'll realize how we can confide in him. Because as we go through every moment of the day, he's not something distant. He's not behind a sacrifice. He's not behind a curtain. He's right there with us. So whatever your darkest moments are, whatever you're going through, please never lose sight of the fact that he still is and ever will be the living God. Even after you're dead and gone, he'll still be the living God. Listen to this. Be assured that if you walk with him and look to him and expect help for him, he will never fail you. George Mueller said this. These are the words. I just copied them down. After 44 years, George Mueller said these words for your encouragement, that God has never failed him in the greatest difficulties, in the heaviest trials, in the deepest poverty, and the most needy of needs. He has never failed me, George Mueller said. But because I was enabled by his grace to trust him, he has always appeared for my help. I delight in speaking well of his name. That's what he said. I delight in speaking well of his name. When I read that, I thought, I want to adopt that for myself. I want to delight in speaking of his name. I've known Jesus 35 plus years, and I can say he has never ever let me down. I've let him down plenty of times, but he's never ever let me down once. So Alexander McLaren said these words, men come and go, leaders, teachers, thinkers speak and work for a season and then fall silent and impotent. He abides, they die, but he lives. They are lights kindled and therefore sooner or later quenched. But he is the true light from which they draw all their brightness, and he shines forevermore. That's Alexander McLaren. So I hope this encourages you today. Make Jesus Christ the home of your thoughts. Just remember, he's alive and he abides with you. Enjoy his company and be blessed today. Bless. Bye.